Everything looks normal right up until the exact moment it all goes wrong. In this video, you'll see chilling moments captured just seconds before disaster struck when no one realized what was about to happen. Brace yourself, because these clips show how fast ordinary situations can turn into chaos. He borrowed his dad's car just to impress a girl, but what do you think? Did he actually pull it off by the end of the night? Huge respect to the people who risk it all every single day to keep our world running. This is exactly what happens when sleep deprivation takes over behind the wheel. She was so excited about this brand new kitchen, but the dream turned into a nightmare. They had one simple job to do, and yet they still managed to turn it into a total disaster. It's his very first day on the job as a delivery driver, and he's already facing the ultimate challenge. What do you think? Was he set up, or is this just cosmic irony? They say that an idle mind is the devil's playground, and this video is the perfect proof. The neighbor's cow decided to go on a little adventure, but I don't think they're too happy about where she ended up. She really wanted to prove to her boyfriend that she's just as capable of handling home repairs.
Me? Are you f***ing...
We've all been there, those days where it's just not your day, and everything you touch turns into a complete disaster. This right here woke him up way better than any coffee ever could. He found his car damaged and immediately checked the security footage, but he wasn't prepared for what he saw. This didn't look like an accident. Maybe an ex-girlfriend striking back? They accidentally set off the fireworks. Thousands of dollars literally going up in smoke while the sun is still shining. From today on, it's stairs only for me. These people were incredibly lucky today. A massive piece of the building facade falls right between them, and by some miracle, no one was hit. He's honestly surprised that he's on the verge of getting fired. After watching every single Final Destination movie, I made a vow to never, ever drive behind a truck again, and this guy should definitely have done the same. Someone clearly forgot their own size today. It's like the universe hit the undo button on his life. This is why you should always look up before you start shoveling, or just wait for spring. A relaxing bike ride through nature suddenly turned into a fight for survival when a few bears decided to join the chase. I've watched this 10 times, and the only logical explanation is that Vin Diesel himself was driving this truck. The way he handled that massive vehicle shouldn't even be physically possible. His brakes completely failed at the worst possible moment, but by some absolute miracle, no one was injured. It looks like the party is going to be strictly drinks-free tonight. One wrong move, and the entire supply ended up shattered on the floor. I honestly have no idea how he managed this, but he fell fast asleep while sitting straight up. One phone call from his girlfriend, and his focus was gone instantly. It's funny how a single notification can make someone completely forget what they were doing. Before we keep going, I have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments below. We'd love to see which part of the world our amazing audience represents the most. If 2 wheels are this confusing, 4 wheels and an engine must be a total disaster waiting to happen. He's standing there recalculating his entire week's budget in his head. It's like cats can sense exactly who's afraid of them, and then they choose that person to play with on purpose.
Yeah, I got a spread.
When a landslide starts, you truly realize how powerless we are against the forces of nature. It only takes one clumsy second to turn a quick visit into a financial disaster.
I just folded over.
They bought a camera to see what their dog was up to while they were at work, but the dog clearly had other plans. Just look at what he did to the camera. It's obvious he didn't appreciate being watched. It's like he knew exactly where the lens was and decided to shut down the operation.
Jojo, no, no.
In the last clip, we saw how the dog handled it, but this kitty isn't a fan of cameras either. This guy clearly spent a bit too much time at the gym. It was just another boring day at the office until everything suddenly got way too interesting. She definitely picked the worst possible day for a home makeover. This is an incredible footage of a massive earthquake, showing us the raw power of the earth. Look at how it moves this giant truck as if it were made of paper. Safe to say, she definitely wasn't expecting a date like this. This is the literal definition of a blessing in disguise. Sneakers were definitely not the smartest footwear for this winter adventure. His paws barely touch the ground because he floats more than he walks. It looks like he is dancing an invisible dance of happiness while going for a walk. Just one light tap on the table triggers this incredible chemical reaction. The liquid transforms into a solid crystal sculpture right before your eyes. Residents are fleeing in panic as the water level rises with unstoppable speed through the city center. The huge tire independently decided to head in a different direction down the road. The driver had to react quickly to avoid flipping over on a very busy section. Turn was too sharp for a vehicle of that size and weight. A powerful impact immediately woke up all the residents in the nearby building. The power with which nature breaks down barriers before it causes true fear in everyone. While they were exchanging tenderness, a jealous aquarium resident jumped into the frame. Tide arrived faster than meteorologists could even predict. Laughter turned into a scream when heavy snow slid off the edge of the roof. No one managed to run to safety before they became real snowmen. The friends later warmed up with tea for hours, retelling this unexpected moment. Hundreds of pebbles lie trapped in the glass embrace of the frozen lake depths. All attempts by passersby to break this barrier ended only with loud echoing. Furniture floats aimlessly through the rooms while water constantly rushes through the front door. Luck was on the side of other drivers as they managed to avoid the flying parts in time. The truck began to swerve, but the experienced driver managed to calm the vehicle without a collision. Bad weather and a high amount of moisture weakened the fresh mortar before it could dry. The entire construction collapsed like a house of cards in just a few seconds. Drivers slowed down to enjoy this rare and beautiful sight of the wilderness. Its thin legs moved with incredible speed across the green grass next to the asphalt. Colorful wings flickered gently as these insects explored a new surface for resting. White powder covered the entire person in a second, who just wanted to tidy up the yard. Trash cans fly through the air as if they were made of plain paper. The wind power is so great that no one dares to go out in the open without dire need. Air pressure drops sharply as a dark mass descends toward the restless ocean surface. From a distance, one can see the birth of one of the most powerful forces known to the planet. It sounds unrealistic that such a number of crabs gather on the shore every year. Fishermen watch in wonder at this natural phenomenon that resembles a scene from a science fiction movie. No one dares to step barefoot because the claws are ready to defend the territory. Street lighting flickers and goes out under the pressure of the wild elements of nature. Every object that was not secured became a dangerous projectile in the hands of the wind. It is terrible to watch decades-old pines bend to the very ground. A second of distraction was quite enough to cause quite expensive damage to the bodywork. The silver lining is that no one was standing directly next to that massive pole. Gravity does not forgive mistakes to those who do not secure their four-wheelers on a slope. The sight of ruined bumpers and broken headlights left everyone present in complete shock. Most importantly, no one was injured during this bizarre and expensive driverless ride. We all look insignificant when viewed from a bird's-eye view in the middle of a large metropolis. Thousands of fates intertwine on the streets that look like narrow labyrinths from above. Such a concentration of life in one place is rarely seen near the shore itself. Local residents say that this phenomenon happens only once in several decades. Watching this mass movement has a hypnotizing effect on anyone who finds themselves near the harbor. Security cameras captured a moment of incredible courage and maternal instinct in a split second. The reckless driver will have to answer for this terrible act that endangered innocent lives. We were all left breathless watching how the tragedy was avoided by only a few centimeters. The power of nature that moves entire hills leaves observers in a state of complete disbelief and chills. Silt and stones unstoppably swallow everything in their path toward the valley. This is a clear reminder of how important forests are for the stability of our environment. Intelligence of these feathered creatures never ceases to amaze us with every new video. The cashier didn't know how to react to this unusual and very cheeky feathered visitor. In the end, the bird proudly carried its prey out through the shop's automatic doors. Rare sight of such a storm in this part of the world surprised even experienced experts. Roof debris and dust circulate in the air, creating a terrifying image of destruction and chaos. Nature has once again demonstrated its unpredictability where we least expect it. Seconds separated this situation from a total disaster on the scorching city asphalt. Fortunately, the composure of those present prevented the flames from spreading to nearby buildings. The motorcycle was ultimately saved, although the repair will certainly be quite expensive. Witnesses watched in shock as the brave young man fought the fiery element in the middle of traffic. His jacket started to burn, but he stayed calm enough to take it off in time. This dangerous incident reminds us all of the risks of daily work on the street. The restaurant owner powerlessly watched as his life's work ended up under dirty waves. Fridges and kitchen equipment were completely destroyed as the current kept rushing in. It will take many months for this once popular establishment to reopen for visitors. No one was injured by sheer luck as cars managed to stop in time before the obstacles. Nature shows its incredible power by uprooting decades-old roots from the solid ground. Everyone is advised to stay in their homes until the weather conditions calm down. Surveillance cameras captured the moment when the asphalt began to ripple like the sea surface. People are running into the streets looking for open space to avoid falling facades and glass. This video vividly shows us how fragile human construction actually is before tectonic shifts. The power with which the flood smashed the entrance left the whole neighborhood in complete shock and disbelief. The inventory flew to the other side of the building while the walls shook dangerously. The damage is priceless, and the sight of the ruined shop looks like a scene from an apocalyptic thriller. Have any of you ever been on this roller coaster? Villagers act like statues while the forest growls. The pixels scream the truth. It would have been better if we deleted that card immediately. Moonlight is a traitor. It illuminates secrets that should remain deeply buried. Water rushes from all sides. These little warriors refuse to sink without a fair fight. The metal stands upright and calm. Still, its shadow dances its own twisted, spiral game. Robots in human skin are marching. Their movements are terrifyingly precise and completely devoid of any emotion. Ground opens like hungry mouths. Trees disappear into the depths while the forest emits painful cracking sounds. Tourists forgot to close their mouths in wonder. Nature performs its most expensive trick without any special effects. Fans scream until they lose their voices. A hidden hand slowly pulls invisible strings behind the black curtain. The pixels tremble from the horror scene. My instinct tells me to run as far away from here as possible. Her muscles defy the laws of nature and biology. She looks like she could lift an entire car without trouble. Camera is still recording, but he isn't blinking. Viewers wonder if his software just crashed. Air beneath her feet provides strange resistance. The world watches this glitch in the Matrix with complete disbelief. Water surfaced her dangerously and quickly. A head emerged that no scientist would recognize. Logic left the room the moment he took off. We are looking at pure magic or a very good trick. Forest geometry suddenly feels too perfect and planned. Someone or something built this while we were sleeping. Bark cracked, and liquid began to flow down the trunk. The scene resembles low-budget horror movies. Their ears are tense, and their eyes fixed on a single point in the dark. Humans see only shadows, but horses see the truth. Scanning the footage revealed a figure that shouldn't be there. The corner of the room hides a secret no one wants to see. Wall breathes as the green mass constantly wriggles. It looks as if the whole house is slowly turning into a huge nest. Footage shows only empty space where he stood. The camera lens didn't record even a shift of grass under his hooves. The cargo rides inside the glass walls while the driver calmly smokes. Passersby look away from that mass that has no clear shape or color. Sky holds this plant without any visible ropes or tricks. Tourists stand under its canopy waiting for it to crash down on them. Hell hid in the trunk in the middle of a rainy and dark night. The light from inside the tree casts creepy shadows across the rest of the silent forest. The fog wrapped around the legs of that mysterious, silent stranger. Everyone present felt a sudden drop in temperature in their chilled bones. Sign in the sky emits no sound or heat trail. Imagination works faster than any radar as we try to decipher the message. A man walks on the surface of the river as if on hard concrete. His shoes leave only small circles in the water that spread quickly. Its skin is transparent and its eyes are large as saucers. Scientists on the ship don't know whether to classify this creature or throw it back immediately. White foam boils from the rind as if something is cooking inside. The smell spreading around the table is not at all like fresh fruit. Evolution obviously decided to play a little joke on the local fishermen today. The creature walks across the ship's deck instead of jumping helplessly in search of water. The geometry of this object doesn't belong to our modern, human world at all. Every time someone touches it, the smell of ozone and old iron is felt in the room. Gulls fly synchronized along the very edge of the engine that roars loudly and powerfully. The sea splashes in all directions as White wings 1009 with the foam of the waves. His eyes are glassy and fixed on a point that no one else sees. Passersby instinctively cross to the other side of the street as soon as they feel his icy presence. Silver droplets merge into one large, threatening, and shiny mass. It looks as if the mercury is trying to imitate the movements of some small but very dangerous predator. Forgotten secrets wait behind this thick and cold layer of solid granite. Dust rises as the first ray of light after a long time enters the corridor. This has to be the bravest girl ever. It's incredible to see that kind of nerves of steel in action. Limbs flail meaninglessly in this wet and cold prison. An invisible force turns the world upside down while sand enters the eyes and mouth. The waves calm down when complete and honest human silence prevails. Sounds from the deep resemble a whisper trying to answer the questions asked. Viewers remain silent as pieces of metal fell back. Expensive technology became just a heap of worthless scrap on scorched earth. The brain refuses to accept what it sees. Every second is mere guesswork as those shadows slowly change their bizarre shape. Eyes search in vain for logic in this creepy dance on the edge of the cliff. The crabs decided to take over this entire part of the tourist and sunny paradise. Every step on the beach became an impossible mission for any human. This is 10 times more terrifying for me because I don't know how to swim. The police received a call about a home alarm, but when they arrived, they found a deer had broken in and was causing total mayhem.
Go, go, go. Go, go, come on, come on. Oh.